Chapter 46. We have just found out that Charles has decided to stay on his own team. Everybody else left in the game has joined into Kyle's one team together. There's 3 hours left. There's a timer set up. They were just given an extra clue of different kinds of pine trees. And also that the reason that the mixed up files of Miss Basil E. Frankweiler was sitting on the desk by Mr. Lemoncello's bed was because Miss Tobin gave it to him when he was a child. Okay, chapter 46. Let's see what kind of real bonus clues Mr. Lemoncello is serving up today, Charles said to his empty conference room. He really didn't mind flying solo. It meant he wouldn't have to share his prize when he won it. Winner won all. Losers lost all. That was just the way the world rolled, and Charles knew he would win. After all, he was a Chiltington. They never lost. Even if he had wasted his question about the mixed-up files book. Excuse me. Turned out that Mr. Lemoncello was just a sentimental sap like Kyle Keeley. The book was there because his beloved librarian gave it to the old fool when he was the same age as all the library lock-in contestants. Boo-hoo. Big whoop. And what was all that nonsense about pine trees? Preposterous. Unclapsing the sealed envelope, Charles found 2 silhouette cards. Each of them was numbered in case Charles couldn't figure out which books they would have been hidden in. So here's the first one. Baby plus ED. Babied? Charles wondered. No. Crawled. He examined the second free card. Three dinners, 3 couples, a restaurant. This one was difficult. Charles decided to put the 2 new pieces into the puzzle to see if their meanings became clearer. So here is the complete puzzle now, the complete rebus. Charles was missing only one clue, but he had everything else. You can walk out the way, blank, crawled in past restaurant. No, that didn't make sense. In fact, all he was really certain about were the first 2 lines. You can walk out the way. The way what? Past the restaurant? The Book Nook Cafe? And what about the image of the football player? It came from the Johnny Unitas book. Maybe Johnny Unitas, who had played football back when Mr. Lemoncello was Charles's age, had owned a restaurant. Perhaps a popular national chain. If so, there might have been one in Alexandriaville, maybe right here in the old Gold Leaf Bank building. Could the last bit be in Johnny Unitas's restaurant? Or what if Andrew Peckelman had been right all along, and it was the 19 that was the clue from the football player card? That would make the final line in 19... what? Diners? Couples? No. Anniversaries. The 3 couples in the bonus clue were obviously celebrating their anniversaries. 19 anniversaries? Was today the 19th anniversary of some major event in Alexandriaville? Charles shook his head. He knew the phrase would make sense only after he had completed the 3rd line. The one that still had a blank in it. Blank crawled in. What if the missing image was an eyeball? Then the 3rd line could be, I crawled in. Hang on, Charles thought. The one book in the Staff Picks display case nobody had found yet was True Crime Ohio, the Buckeye State's most notorious brigands, burglars, and bandits by Claire Taylor Winters. The last image was going to be a criminal of some sort. That one single missing book might tell Charles who had crawled into the bank, and, more importantly, where they had crawled in. Was this the 19th anniversary of a famous bank robbery? Charles realized he needed help. It was time to use his Ask an Expert. That made him laugh, because Charles knew the top library expert in all of America, maybe the world, someone much more important than Dr. Yanina Zinchenko. Kyle Keeley and the rest of that bunch didn't stand a chance. End of chapter 46.